Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Hi, Faith. Come on in, come on in. And I saw you signed up for your to try out the credits and different things. Girl, go book them classes. Or you have those credits. I'm telling you, it's how I am able to do everything from anywhere because I travel so much. So massages, facials, like just so many different things, workout classes, because I travel so much. I want to be able to find stuff in my area, so it really really helps me, and it saves a whole lot of money because I'm not, one thing for sure, two things I'm not skimping on. I'm not skimping on what I do for my beauty routine and what I do like for myself, and I don't think women should have to do that either. So that's a really great way to be able to do it. You're so welcome. So I'm excited. I've seen several of y'all get situated and sign up, so I'm really really excited about it. Today, however, and I need to send this out because this is one of those messages, y'all. I'm gonna do everything I can not to get banned, but I need to tell y'all something. For those of you that are in my private communities, I'm gonna give you a little bit more detail. So if you have more questions after this live, feel free to send me your questions. So yeah, go ahead and send this out to an amazing woman leader, a powerful woman, a woman who is working high level in corporate, whether she is working high level in her business, she's a high performer. Send this to her ASAP because we need to have a conversation. I'm going to start off having one conversation, and then the second conversation, I'm going to support you in taking the next 6 months and preparing for 2026 because you need to get prepared like right now. And I'm not even joking around. This is not a live to try to scare you, but this is a live to tell you the truth. And you know when I get like this, I'm really finna tell y'all some stuff, okay? So what I'm here to tell you specifically, what the title of this session is 2026 is not going to reward potential. It will reward precision. And are you ready? If you are not ready, I'm gonna support you in trying to get yourself ready today. I'm gonna give you 6 things for sure that you need to be doing. And I'm not kidding. That's all I can say is I'm not kidding, guys. Hold on. I'm really not kidding. Like, for real. So let me go ahead and send this out real quick. Because it's really not a joke. It's not a game. And I really don't want y'all to miss this. So let me go ahead and send this out real quick to several women. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly, because I want to make sure that you can hear me clearly before I get into everything, because y'all, that's all I can say is y'all. I hope y'all been getting y'allself together. That's what I hope. Truthfully, I really have. So I'm going to refer to this beautiful thing that they're calling. I'm going to call it the big spill. Okay, put a 1 in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Yesterday, the big spill was passed. And there are 6 things that you need to know as a woman. And like I said, I'm really not kidding around, guys. I'm trying to say this like in the best way I know possible, because I don't want you to jump in a fear-mongering state, but I want to tell you the absolute truth. Whatever success that you build, first and foremost, my name is Elle Antoinette. I am a energetics and identity mentor for women of wealth and influence. And what I do specifically is I support my amazing clients by guiding these powerful women to master their energy so that they can embody their true identity to magnetically attract success, intimacy, leadership, and influence without burning themselves out, okay? The results that I've been able to give for my clients, women that come to work with me get 1 of 3 results. They either start making more money, they either master their emotions, okay, or they become healthier. A lot of women end up getting all 3, okay? All of those things I corrected in my life. I used to be over 100 pounds heavier. I used to hustle and bustle and not really make a lot of money. And I used to choose horrible relationships because I could not master my emotions. So my clients attract better partners, they make more money, and they get healthier. So that's my track record. That's my results. I've been doing it for a long time now. But specifically, I want to get into the big spill that passed on yesterday and what that's going to look like, and the 6 things you need to pay attention to as a woman. That's very, very important. But before I get into those 6 things, I want to tell you about a video that I watched this morning that further confirms why I should be doing this live today. I watched a video right here on TikTok where there was a young lady getting off the subway, I think in New York, and she was being kidnapped literally in broad daylight. She was screaming, and I'm talking about these blood-curdling screams. And then there were men that were started to say, let her go, let her go, let her go. Okay? This is all happening. You could hear her screaming. It was horrible, horrific. Men started to get in between and pull him off her. When I tell you, when they pulled her off, he still was trying to lunge and run towards her. Like, he literally was holding her captive. She was screaming that she did not even know this man. See, women need to wake up. I need y'all to wake up about where you at. I need y'all to be walking around here with tasers, with switchblade knives. I need y'all to be having that thing on y'all, because I don't know where you think you live. But this is the type of stuff that's happening. So when they were finally able to get her free of him, she got on the phone and she's screaming, Mom. She's screaming while she's running, screaming for her mother. Do you hear me? On that phone. This is an empty case, of course. But she's screaming on the phone for her mother, and these men proceed to start stomping him and beating him up. Now, he had a white suit on. Now, had it been my folks, that suit would have been dyed in red by the time it was done and over with. They didn't get him enough. But they definitely got on him. So shout out to the men who actually got on him and saw what was happening, and that this woman was basically being abducted in broad daylight. And the video is all over TikTok. Just type in NYC subway kidnapping girl. They're going to pull it up. You're going to hear those screams. You're going to hear the men telling him to let her go. And you're going to watch them stumping a mud hole in him as she runs away on the phone screaming for her mother. Women need to wake up and understand that this is not the time to be naive. This is not the time to play around. This is not the time to not have discernment when you are out here moving. It is stuff like that that is happening. You need to have that thing on you. You need to have something on you at any time, because this is the society that we live in currently. With that being said, let's now talk about it on a whole scale about this big spill and how it's going to impact you and how you need to wake up. Now, I'm not here to break down the big spill and all what's everything in it. I implore you to go look for yourself, because it is your responsibility to know what's going on with you and how things are going to impact you and your parents and your children and the people that are coming after you. Okay? What I am here to tell you is the 6 things that you need to do to prepare so you don't get got. And I'm not talking about the incident with the subway. Now I'm talking about in general, because a lot of y'all are just not thinking. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. A lot of people have built success. You may have built visibility, but let me tell you the truth. Is what you've built yours, or is it on borrowed systems that can shift overnight? People have been creating these Facebook groups and different things online, and they have like thousands upon thousands and hundreds of thousands in their members. They have been overnight snatching people's groups away. They have been overnight snatching people's YouTube content and videos away. They are snatching them and even creating things in your likeness. See, the creator economy is projected to go into I think it's like 780 billion, anywhere between 480 billion and 780 billion. Hey, love. And do you know how they plan on capitalizing on that? By using your likeness, by using the things that you put in chat, while you telling all your secrets in your business. See, you don't know how to necessarily use chat, and you're using it as your therapist. And then when they start telling your story in a movie, then you want to be mad because you're like, that happened to me. There are things happening before your eyes and you are not paying attention. What just passed, that big spill that just passed, it's not a law, it's a signal. It's a signal. Okay? It's a signal that the world is tightening. It's a signal that power is consolidating. I'm telling you something without telling you something. I'm telling you something without telling you something. That spill that was passed is a signal that the world is tightening. Things are behind the scenes collectively countries and are coming together. You don't know what's going on. You're not paying attention. The world is tightening. Power is consolidating. I want you to hear what I'm telling you. That access, that opportunity, and those resources that you have are not going to flow the same way that they have been. Let me tell y'all something. Let me be real careful with this. Next year will be the 250th year of a certain nation. There has not been a nation that's gone past 250 without something, okay? There are going to be a lot of celebrations for this 250th celebration. A lot of people are going to come from all over to different parts of this country. They're going to have events like the World Cup. They're going to have a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. And a lot of different things are going to advance when it comes down to AI. And you're going to think this is like a great celebration, like, oh, it's coming together. Oh, we're finally getting it in the midst of that, when it really is a form of crowd control. They practicing. See, I can't say too much. Crowd control. You better pay attention to what I'm telling you. Infrastructures are being built to be able to track more of your movements. I can't say the stuff I really want to say, but I'm going to tell it to my folks in my community, though. I'm telling you, you think a lot of AI is moving so fast that most IT individuals can't keep up. There are things that are happening, and they're happening very swiftly, and you need to be paying attention as a woman. There are a lot of things that are coming. You can go and look up that it's going to be 250 years for this specific nature. You better know it. You better know it. You telling the truth. See, they won't, let me see, they won't even let me, there we go. They didn't want me to approve they blocked your your comment for a second. They will be everywhere. Everywhere. It's going to that surveillance is going to be up. You just ain't going to know nothing about it. Ooh. You ain't going to know nothing about it. I'm true. It give me chills when I think about the severity of where things are going and how they're going to be two types of people. They're going to be the people who are easily distracted by everything that's going to be going on, and it's going to be the ones who are going to be preparing. Because them borders might get a little tight in your country. Them borders might get a little tight in your country. Lockdown might seem a little bit more easier in your city. Do you have a plan? Do you have money? Is your business set up in a way to where you can do business in anywhere at any time? Do you have accounts to where you can easily convert? See, these are the things that, in the event that something happens and you woke up in the middle of the night and decided to check your account and it was sitting on negative, do you have money in other, do you have other options? I'm just asking. Because I'm not telling you something that's just woo-woo. I'm telling you what you need to be paying attention to. 2026 is not going to reward women who have potential. It's only going to reward women who are very precise, women who are very prepared, women who have built power that no one can snatch. I'm telling you the truth. If this is landing with you, then you might want to stay here because I'm not done. Here's how the shift, the big spill will impact women. If you depend on one stream of income, one platform, if you are a content creator, one system, you will feel the squeeze first. There are multiple streams of income that they've been telling y'all about for a long time. That passive income streams that you need to create, and I've been telling you for years. Mess around and only have one stream of income going into 2026. Mess around and only be focusing on one platform to get all of your leads and everything. Mess around and have one system that you do not own. You're going to feel the squeeze first because they're going to snatch it from you. See, this is how a lot of people end up getting got anyway, because why are you putting everything on these platforms? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes that you don't own. And then you want to cry about it when they snatch it from you. See, I'm trying to tell you. Girl, you told us this was coming. I remember. Been telling you. Been telling y'all. I I don't know if you remember our 101 in June, but I'm finally getting traction as a go. Ma'am, hold on. Ma'am, if you don't send me an email and send me a DM ASAP, because I need that update. I'm gonna screenshot that. Hold on, baby. I need that update. Yes, I do remember you. I remember you specifically. I've been waiting on you to come back because I knew you were going to be where the money resides. So I absolutely remember exactly who you are. Okay? I absolutely remember who you are. So yes, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear. Cause I knew you was gonna be where the money reside. And I'm glad that it's manifesting like we talked about. So yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. But if you're depending on one stream of income, one platform, one system, then you're gonna feel the squeeze first. You're gonna feel the tightness in your chest first with this new big spiel. Number two, if your success is built on performing power, popularity, aesthetics, trends, then you're gonna feel how fragile your power really is. See, this is for the ones who are out here creating content. I've been trying to tell y'all, the ones who finna be moved to the forefront in content are the ones who are spiritually rooted and grounded, because they're gonna be able to spit stuff that AI can't. Hello. They gonna be able to spit stuff. We gonna be able to spit stuff AI can't. You know what's funny too? I even asked GTP or GPT. I even asked it. I said, with everything that you know about what I do and what I offer and the results, because I use chat a different kind of way, the results that I provide, what is the best way for me to continue on the trajectory that I'm on? You know what Chat said? Chat basically said, you are the soul of business. Human, like the World Economic Forum says, human creativity is an irreplaceable asset. Everything AI will be an extension of your true likeness. People are going to have to pay top dollar to be able to actually get your presence. Agreed. Because there are going to be people who are not going to be spitting stuff that AI can't spit. See, what is AI to the almighty intelligence? That's what y'all missing. Everyone is so focused on AI, and it is going to do amazing things, and it is going to be very destructive things as well. Hey, my love, thank you for these gifts and these likes and these comments. But it can't replace the human soul. And that's the difference. That is what is going to be the difference. That is what is going to set people apart. So women who are spiritually rooted, women who are mentally fortified, women who are emotionally responsive and not reactive due to having emotional intelligence and emotional mastery, those are going to be the women who are going to win. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. They spent the last 10 to 15 years or so pumping your mindset with toxic culture so that you yourself would embody the frequency and the vibrational state of toxic. And toxic means to slowly poison. They have been slowly poisoning your mind, slowly poisoning your body, slowly poisoning your soul. That's what they've been doing. And it literally has made so many people sick. And when you become so sick to where you get stagnant, you'll submit and take anything, which is what they want. They want to be able to give you any and everything. So why a lot of people are getting so excited about, there is going to be universal based income. Clock what I'm telling you. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, but it ain't going to be what you think it is. It ain't going to be what you think it is. And even in the format, someone being able to give you something means that they're able to take it away. Do you really think that they're going to give you actual cash? Oh no, because why? The dollar's don't even get me started on that. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you a card that they monitor. And when you buy certain things, they have the ability to be able to turn it on and turn it off. Y'all not paying attention. Despise the free lunch. See, as many of you like to talk about how much you hate the 48 Laws of Power, the 48 Laws of Power is something that you need to know because they're playing it over your top. They're using it to play with you. You don't read that to try to manipulate someone. You read that so that you understand and you study your adversary. The problem is you don't know your own enemy. Why? Because you become your own enemy. You become your own enemy by not prioritizing yourself, by not making sure that you are well, by not preserving self. And you're going to come to ruin if you continue on this pathway. So if you only got one income stream, one platform you focusing on, one system, you're going to feel that squeeze first. Again, if you are building your success on performance, code switching, see all that fakeness, all that trying to be validated, None of that is going to matter. They're going to replace you with a robot because you don't have a real skill set. You don't have real value. And the reason why you don't have real value is because you do not understand the innate value that you have within yourself. Because if you did, then you would know that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. But because you are not rooted in your identity spiritually, you cannot combat the mental thoughts in your mind, which are why you always are overthinking, which is why you react the way you do, which is why you continue to repeat the cycles that you do. You need to wake up. Stop thinking that corporations and companies are to care about you. They don't care. And for a lot of us, the country that you live in, you don't even understand that the country, there's a difference between the U.S. and the USA. One of them is a corporation. And, I was about to say something I need to say. But you better start paying attention. Countries go up for sale too, FYI. Trying to tell you something without telling you something. They go up for sale too. Hello? Here's the third thing. If you're emotionally scattered and you're still chasing external validation, you will be the easiest to manipulate, distract, and to drain. I'm going to say that one more time. For the women in the back who lack discernment while you were out here dating, while you were out here just connecting with people because you are so desperate for companionship, because you do not be in companionship or commune with yourself. So therefore, there is no standard of self-love. Therefore, you are seeking and outsourcing a power source such as love through someone else, wondering why it's not working. Let me bring it back to you again so you can hear what I'm telling you. If you are emotionally scattered, if you are still chasing external validation, you will be the easiest to manipulate, the easiest to distract, and the easiest to drain. I done told y'all it's going to be 2 sets of people next year. I told y'all it was 2 sets of... It's been a split happening since 2024. It was split between the women. See, 2025 is a split of what's going on as far as decision makers. 2026 is going to be the people who are going to be rooted versus the people who are going to be distracted. And the people that are going to be distracted are going to be dumbfounded when they finally get hit in the face with the truth. Point blank, period. This is registered as a business. Listen to me. Listen. See, I wasn't even going to touch on that. And why everybody like to go to these resorts, which I love a good resort. Get into it. Y'all ever ask who own these resorts in all these countries? It's one major country. It's one major country that owns like the majority of the resorts that we love to populate. Y'all better start paying attention and following the money trail. Y'all don't listen. You have not because you don't pay attention and you don't ask. That's really the truth. So again, if you are emotionally scattered or chasing external validation, you will be the easiest again to manipulate, to drain, and to distract. This isn't about fear. This is about facts, what I'm telling you. I ain't telling you no crap. And I'm doing this on Feminine Friday because women need to wake up. You live in a society where people will try to kidnap you in broad daylight on a subway. You live in a society where you are not valued. And that's because a lot of us don't value ourselves, though. So we really got to start in-house with that. But that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. You're welcome. All praise to the Most High. So this isn't about fear. This is about facts. And the women who prepared now, this is what will shape your next. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. The women who wait continuously, they will be left reacting to the decisions that they didn't even make. Because let me tell you something. Women don't like to make decisions, which is why y'all are looking for men to decide and make decisions for you. But I'm going to tell you something. If you don't wake up, if you don't wake up and start making some decisions for your life, they will be decided for you. And then don't complain. Don't complain when decisions are made for you. Either you choosing you or somebody is choosing you. And baby, as much as y'all want to be chose, you might want to wake up. Because what are you being chosen for? You don't even, do you know? Y'all want to be chose so bad. You want to be chose by men. You want to be chose by this. You don't even know what they choosing you for. Do you understand that there are some men, keyword some, men who have not risen above themselves, that they will literally choose you just to be their dump bucket? But you want to be chose so bad, right? You know, some of them would choose you just to build on your back. Just because you're so eager to be chosen. Because it's very clear that you don't choose yourself. See, women who choose themselves don't run into that issue. Call it what you want. Discernment is what's going to separate a lot of people. Seriously. There are always people. See, thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, these comments. What you are missing is that Discernment is what supports you in the understanding that there are two types of people always coming into your life. They're always rotating in and out of your life. There are people who are part of your destiny, and then there are people who are distractions. The fact that you lack discernment is the reason why you can't tell the difference between the two, which is why you keep repeating the cycles you keep repeating. And if you keep doing that going into 2026, stop telling people that people are manipulating. You playing yourself. I'm telling you right now, if you don't fix that mess, you walking into a space where you're going to mess around and get got. Your country don't care about you, and you expect the people to care. They barely care about themselves. You need to care about you and make yourself your responsibility. You need to be intentional about that. Nobody's coming to save you. Women need to wake up. Yes, there are men out here who are great, who are awesome, or whatever. But if that's not in your vicinity, if that's not in your reach, if that's not in your community right now, you need to be focused on yourself. Because what you don't realize is women who protect themselves are always protected by men. And I'm telling you what I know. I always protect myself. I make decisions that are going to preserve and prioritize me. So therefore, you have no choice but to do the same, or you get no access to me. Point blank, period. See, a standard is a standard. And a lot of women don't have standards. And you don't have standards. Why? Because you don't really know what you value. And you don't value yourself. Which is why we have scenarios where you're running around here not prepared. Y'all can't be that silly in 2025. It don't make no sense. And it really pissed me off for us to be that silly in our 40s. And I can say that I'm 41. It's silly to me when I see an older woman that's so foolish, because I know it's a 20-something that's not too far behind you, that's watching you, expecting more of you. And I know you want to be like, I didn't ask to be a role model. Okay, cool. Well, just keep your mouth closed and be over there. Because people are always watching what you do. Always. And a lot of us are not women of our words. A lot of us do not stand on business, which is why a lot of us can't be trusted. And I said what I said. If you don't honor yourself, it would be foolish of me to think that you would honor me. Foolish. And honor means to respect. So if you don't respect yourself, why would I expect you to respect me? It makes absolutely no sense. Here are the 6 things, the 6 preparations with the big spill that was passed on yesterday that you need to make right now. You need to make right now. It ain't no joke. It's not and y'all know I rarely come on here and give y'all these warnings. It was too strong today. I didn't even want to come rap about it, to be honest with you. But I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you straight. This is what preparation is going to look like. You need to be considering consolidating and cleaning up your income streams. No more scattered hustles. No more hoping that, multiple low ticket offers are going to protect you. And let me just do this little ebook and do this. You need to build wealth structures that cannot be snatched from you. This is not a joke and it's not a game. These people ain't playing with you. Y'all going to wake up and not have no money in accounts because you putting all your money over here. You're going to wake up one morning and nothing going to be together because you're putting all your hopes and your streams over here. Let me tell you something. Don't say that. I'm going to say that to my community. For those who are in my community, remind me that I said I was going to tell y'all something. I was going to say something, but I didn't say it on camera. You need to be paying attention. Consolidate all your income streams. All that hustling, I do taxes, I do this, I do that. Get very clear. Get very clear on what you're doing. You need passive streams of income, because here's the truth. You do not have the time, the energy, or the attention, or even the money to invest in anything else. You need to invest in what you have within yourself. You have creative and witty inventions in your very being. How do I access that? You need to seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and everything else to be added unto you. Well, how do I do that? The kingdom of heaven is within you. Ooh. Looks like you're going to have to go within if you want to get through. And see, a lot of you really don't want to do that. You don't really want to tap into the truth of who you are. That means you would have to take accountability and responsibility for who you are and where you're going. And a lot of us don't do that. A lot of women don't like responsibility. Y'all don't want men. A lot of y'all don't even want men. Can we tell the truth right now? A lot of y'all don't want men. You want relief. You don't want a man. You don't want the responsibility that goes into a relationship. You want to turn your brain off. You don't want the responsibility that goes into a marriage, that goes into motherhood. You want to turn your brain off. You want somebody else to set up the structure and take the responsibility. You don't want to do that. When the truth of the matter is, you don't even want the individual. You just want the relief. You want help. And women who want help, see, now we're going to get into it. Women who just want and need help are women who don't understand themselves. They are disconnected from self. Because how do you need help when the Most High is always a present help in need? How is it that you need your bills paid and the Most High said that He will provide all of your needs according to His riches and glory? But you stay hollering in church on Sunday. You stay talking about how good God is. You don't even know the one that created you. It's not making sense. It's an oxymoron. This is why, again, people don't want your God. Everything I teach comes from scripture, backed up by science, and backed up by psychology. You're not even living the text that you claim that you live by. You walking around here faithless. Like, it's not making no sense. It's not making no sense. Of course they're not respecting the church. Of course they don't. What are they seeing? They're seeing your sorry life, your sorry representation of the one that created you. When it tell you in the commandments, don't take the Most High's name in vain. Do you know what that means? That means don't misrepresent the Most High. Don't say you coming in my name and you ain't actually coming in my name. Don't say you coming in my name and you out here acting like I'm not providing for you, making me look like I'm not who I say I am. See, it's not making sense. So if it's not making sense, this is why people don't want your God, your Christ. They're looking at your life. They're looking at how you handle things. They're looking at all of these things. Do you know when the Messiah was walking around here, people was waiting on him to make a mistake. People was waiting on him to trip. People was waiting on him to fall. They were waiting on any opportunity to catch him up and him not being exactly who he say that he was. People be waiting on that and you give it to them because you live a faulty life. And nobody's even asking you for perfection. Because the truth is, if you submit, everything will be perfected. It ain't about you being perfect. You miss that. And a lot of women are out here trying to play up your light feminine when the truth is you need to be owning your light and your dark feminine. Because you're not fooling nobody by playing that you so nice and you so calm and you the bigger person and you this and you that. We see you. You're not fooling us. You're not that great of an actor, especially to the ones who are spiritually attuned. I promise you're not fooling me. And this is why I get two reactions from women when they interact with me. Of course, first, when women meet you, they size you up. So they're going to size you up. And then they actually are trying to see if I am who I say I am. But the thing about my energy and the way that I was designed, I have an energy that exposes you. So you can't hide in front of me. So women either really want to be in front of me because they want to see themselves, or women really run from being around me because they don't want to see themselves. Because you cannot hide in my presence. I require authenticity. I require awareness. I require accountability to even, that's first level. That's first level to be cool with me, let alone my friend. Let alone my friend. In order to be cool with me, if you ain't accountable, if you ain't aware, if you ain't authentic, baby, you can never be around me because I need to trust who I see. I need to know when you make a mistake, you know how to correct that. I need you to know who you are so you don't act like nothing else. I ain't having it. I ain't having it. They will say you're intimidating, but I am intimidating to the spirits within you that understand and see the spirit that is really within me. So yes, I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. If you adjust yourself in my presence, I'm cool with that. Because anything to let you know I'm not finna play with you. I am who I say I am. And women really need to wake up. You need to wake up. You not being who you are and really aligning with yourself is blocking you from getting the money, the intimacy, and everything else that you want. Because you're putting on this fake perception. Like I said yesterday, the performer who code switches at work, the performer who people pleases, the performer who seeks external validation ain't no different from the woman who shakes around and tries to get a man's attention. You just as attention seeking as her. Y'all both are trying to put on fake perceptions to delay and to falsely display a character that ain't even you. See, all of it is in the same energy. See, this is why it tells you in scripture to watch your mouth when it comes down to judging people. You ain't got no business judging nobody based on your opinion, based on your perception, because you don't know enough. You don't know enough. You don't know nothing about them. You don't know enough. And truthfully, the very thing issue that you have with them, you need to look in the mirror at yourself because you always meet yourself. You think you better than them? Please. You think you better than them? Please. That's why I don't even understand the whole mean girl thing. It's dumb. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these lights. It's dumb. Nobody understands your plight like another woman. So why are you trying to do all this extra? Why? Why are you so wrapped up in why she wear that and why is it you see what that tells me about you? Why she got that on? Thank you for letting me know that you are so insecure about appearance that you really try to keep up appearance because you feel like there's a way that you should present. So the next time that we talking, if I'm petty, all I got to do is look at your forehead while you talking as if you have something on it, and you're going to be so insecure about it because you're so insecure about how you present. So much so that you projected it out of your mouth into somebody else. And if I was a low down person, because I have sight, I could turn around and be like, voila, magic. But see, I don't do that. But y'all tell on yourselves. You tell on yourself when you open your mouth. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, and these comments. You hurt yourself. They even acting like they like me while trying to destroy my identity. Child, they'll try. What you're saying is the reason why I never fitted in. And that's the thing. I don't tell people to try. I tell people all the time, stop trying to fit in. You can't. Be yourself. This society is so fake and so phony. They always changing the rules on how you need to look, how you need to present, how you need to be able to get X, Y, Z. They always lying to you. Why do you keep believing people who change the story? Y'all don't believe human beings who continue to change the story all the time. Y'all be quick to call them a liar. So why y'all believe in systems in society when they keep lying to you? Oh, you need to have big boobs. Oh, you need to have big butt. Oh, you need to have flat stomach. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do this. The Most High say you need to take care of your temple. Get into that. See, if you take care of your temple, what's designed in the line for you gonna show up. Point blank, period, the end. And this is coming from someone who was 100 pounds heavier. If you align with taking care of your temple, everything that's supposed to shake and do gonna do what it needs to do, baby. Because at 41, I ain't missing nothing. It's all there. But it took me 20 years to get my mind right and to deconstruct from societal mindset to step into that. But women get that really confused. You listen to everybody but the one that created you. Please stop. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, and these comments. Again, 6 preparations. Number 1, consolidate and clean up your income streams. Stop all the scatter hustling. Stop trying to charge low so everybody can afford it. Let me tell you something. Your product is your product. Your price is your price. And people who are in line with it, if you are speaking the aligned messaging, then people are going to buy in. Trust me when I tell you, it ain't no issue. People still closing $80,000 deals, $20,000 deals. Somebody reached out to me the other day for a speaking engagement. And y'all know my price point, if I got to leave the house, going to be up there. It's up. So you either going to tap into the fullness of who you are or you're going to be left behind. But clean up those income streams because we tired of it. I'm tired of it for you. You can't keep that up. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. You ain't going to be able to clean shoes, do taxes, do hair. But you don't have the energy for that. These people are finna... Don't say that. They finna exhaust you. It's the best way I can say it. They finna exhaust you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, till you break down physically. They finna play so many mind tricks with all these deep. It's finna be on and popping. I am telling you, you don't have the energy for all of that. Get real with yourself now. Get real with yourself and clean up. Clean it up. Consolidate and clean up those doggone income streams. Number 2. Here's a second preparation that you need to make right now. You need to build emotional immunity. Hear what I'm telling you. You need to build emotional immunity. Hear what I'm telling you. You need to build emotional immunity. Stop leaking energy trying to be liked, trying to be chosen, and trying to be validated. It's going to take you out. It's going to smother you. It's going to smother you. Yes, I'm glad you said shit. It reminds me of the chef who passed away. Same. Because why are we out here doing this? Are you cooking today? Y'all let people run y'all in the ground. And for what? For what? $1? $1? Do you understand that hustling by definition means to swindle? See, not that. You understand that? To swindle means to steal. What does the hustle steal from you? It steals time. It steals energy. It steals attention. And it pays you cheaply to do so. You really think you working overtime and you really think you making money, baby? You are a slave. You are a slave to your mind that says that you have to do everything and be everything for everyone. You need to build emotional immunity. Stop leaking energy trying to be liked, trying to be chosen, and trying to be validated. Those women are going to be the easiest to manipulate. These women are going to be y'all, I done told y'all since I done been on this app for the last 3 years, nobody can play you without your participation, your permission, or the fact that you simply are not paying attention. The Most High gave you an amazing, amazing, amazing warning system. Let me tell you something. That warning system works so good. It works so good. You could be in a relationship with somebody for 2 years, baby, and all of a sudden you get a feeling like, whoa, hold on, something wrong. The math ain't math. There's something off. I'm not crazy. I felt it. You can feel immediately when things shift and change. So what you mean you got played? Do y'all know why women end up being on Snap? Because let's dissect it for a second before I hit these next two. Because they don't have emotional immunity. And they allow these men to do things over time, over and over and over and over and over again and over again and over again until they finally just snap. Let me tell you something. When you watch that show, Evil Lives Here, when the people be snapping, the first thing they say is that there were always signs. There were always signs. It be the little stuff that people will do to show you they don't like you and they don't really fool with you like that. It be the small stuff, but no, what you doing? Oh, I'm just tripping. I'm going to get a benefit of the doubt. Let me tell you something about the benefit of the doubt so you can wake up from that. You need to kill that now. Let me tell you about the benefit of the doubt because y'all be missing it. The benefit of the doubt is not real. And most importantly, when it comes down to the benefit of the doubt, people continue to benefit while you continue to doubt if they even are the person they say that they are or if they are exactly who they portray themselves to be. While they're still benefiting off you while you're still doubting yourself. You're still doubting yourself. They're still benefiting off you. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these comments, and these likes. While you're still doubting yourself. That's insane. Don't you think? Imagine paying somebody to do a job. Let's just look at it from logistics. Let's just take the heart space out of it. Imagine paying someone to do the job and doubting, or imagine paying someone to fix your roof. See, let's get into it for real. Imagine paying somebody to fix your roof and you don't even know if they really know how to do the job. You don't even know if they are a licensed, I don't know what it's called, a licensed roof man. I don't know what it's called, y'all. I'm just saying something. But just imagine that. That's the exact same thing you're doing with the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt is ridiculous on any level. Because I'm going to tell a roofer, thank you, babe. On any level. Because I'm going to tell you something. The only time I don't raise questions, this is why it's very important to licensed contractor, thank you, baby. This is the perfect reason why I feel the way I feel when it comes down to friendships. I only pick friendships. I'm strategic with my friendships. I pick people who are smarter than me. I pick people who are wiser than me in certain areas. I pick specific people to be my friends, right? And we all share the same values for the most part. We have shared values, not all of them, but we have shared values. Those are the people, if they act weird or strange, those are the people I will have the patience enough to say, hey, is everything okay? Because I know your heart enough to know that you wouldn't intentionally try to harm me, because I don't let people in my camp who try to harm people. See, if you harm people outside of me, you can't get close to me. If I catch your mouth on somebody like inappropriately and you saying you cool with them, you will never get close to me, sweetheart. I don't care how cool. See, women try to do that. They try to come and bond together by start stuff. I ain't one of them. You will never get close to me, and I'll tell you to your face. So this is why when something happens with a friend or they're acting different, I don't just be like, oh, they're acting funny. I know something is off, because my friends don't act like that, because the standard in my friendship, one of them is safety. Everybody is safe in this experience. Nobody has to have their guard up in this experience. So if something is happening, I'm going to say, hey, is everything okay? Because I know that ain't really how you are. And then they're going to explain what happened. But y'all be giving this to people who piss on y'all and call it rain. And it's crazy to me. You need to build emotional immunity. Stop trying to be liked. These people don't even like themselves. These people don't even validate themselves. These people don't even choose themselves. And you're worried about being chosen, validated, and liked by them? Get your emotional immunity up. You about to piss a lot of people off with the decisions that you make, because all the decisions that you're making for the next 6 months are for the betterment of you. The betterment of you. That's what it need to be. Because, baby, this big, beautiful spill that they done dropped and approved on yesterday, they ain't playing with y'all. They ain't playing at all. And the reason why I'm saying it like, oh, they ain't playing with y'all. I don't plan on being here. Get into it. See, I know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? And I've been telling y'all for 3 years now. I've been really telling y'all. People on here alive been telling y'all. I have been saying this specifically for the last 2 years when I got that vision in February about what was going to happen. And I cried on that live. That video still got 10,000 some views on it from YouTube. That's the video that got me paid from YouTube. Because my heart was broke at what I saw. Baby, you will literally own nothing, and they will create this false reality to make you feel like you're happy with owning nothing. When they know that ownership is power. But ownership first starts with ownership of self, ownership with self. Self starts with being an authority in your own life, being the leader in your own life. Being the leader in your own life means you ain't scared to make the hard decisions. Y'all too scary for me. If you too scared, you ain't gonna be liked, you ain't gonna be chosen, you ain't gonna be this. I promise you. Just lay down and be a slave. And I say that with all respect. Just lay down and be a slave then. Because that's literally was on the way. You better build emotional immunity. Like I said, stop leaking energy to be liked, chosen, or validated. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, likes, and comments. Those are going to be the women who are the easiest to manipulate. Number 3. Here's the third preparation that you need to take right now. You need to take it seriously. They know that they have their own to move higher and do. It's been a mass exodus of not just people who you see on TikTok who are like, oh, I moved to another country. A lot of your celebrities don't even live in the same country that you think. A lot of celebrities who are on tour right now don't even live in the country that you think that they live. They don't even live in the same country as you. See, y'all better start paying attention to how these folks keep putting these products out, how these folks keep going on tour, how this stuff keeps happening. They know what's happening. They collecting their cash flow and they... Last time I heard Will Smith going on tour in Europe, right? These folks don't even hardly... They have been... and I ain't even gonna name who I feel like, who I really didn't see, who ain't been here for a while. I ain't even gonna name them. But they stay in your pocket. Stay in your pocket. Do you hear me? Collecting their money and building something somewhere else. Ooh, you not even paying attention. Y'all need to study these business models of these individuals. Stop worshiping them and study what's going on. You are missing it, sweetie. Putting their houses on the market for sale and is. So that brings me to number 3. I wasn't going to say that, but you're right. Even before them fires. Good evening and good night. Facts on facts. Number 3. Okay, the third preparation that needs to happen that you need to take right now. You need to create influence outside of fragile systems. What I mean by that is if your voice only lives on social media, then it's not yours. I'm going to say that again. Ooh, because I promise you, I just saw a video the other day of an amazing doctor who always comes on here and gives great tips. And he had to come on and talk about how he saw a video with someone using his likeness and it was talking and it was everything, but it was not him. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say that once again. Create influence outside of these fragile systems, baby. If your voice only lives on social media, it is not yours. You need to build client relationships, email lists, private spaces that protect your voice. Sweetheart, I have clients in Australia. I have clients in Africa. Yeah, I have clients in Thailand. Yeah. I have connections in Canada, in Vancouver. Yeah. Connections in Honduras. Yeah. See, y'all better wake up. You need to create influence outside of these fragile systems. I don't want to hear no crap about what you got going on and you can't. If you don't... Oof. Don't say that. Let me tell y'all something. Relationships, and I've been telling y'all this for 2 years. I don't know who was in here who remember that course I had where it was relationships and revenue. Because relationships are the richest, baby. That's where the riches lie. Hey, VZ. That's where the riches lie. And you need to be paying attention. Create your influence outside of these fragile systems. If your voice only lives on social media, it is not yours. I'm telling you, build client relationships. Build personal relationships in order for you to barter. Create email lists, private spaces that protect your space. Get into it. Get into it. I done told y'all the first 3 things. Consolidate and clean up your income streams. All that hustling gotta die. Pick one. Pick one, the strongest one that you have, that is the most efficient and most effective for you to be able to do with ease. Hurry up about it. Okay? Build emotional immunity. Stop trying to be like, chosen, and validated. You're going to be easily manipulated. Create influence outside of these fragile systems. Stop depending on social media to pay your bills. This is why people, see, they're cutting out all of that and cracking down on that because they know y'all coming online and crying about, can you give me money and do this? And it's not real skill sets, which is why they're pushing to the forefront people who are actually teaching things and real skill sets, and they're going to be paying them and giving them money because the school system is going to completely change. People are going to be looking for quick educational skill sets, courses like this. Y'all, this whole thing finna be different by 2029. I wish I could say a lot more than I can on this app, but I can't. So I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something. The world you know is no longer. And you need to understand that. Oh no, I said 2029 on purpose. Trust me. Because 2030 gonna roll some out. But I said 2029 on purpose. Now, if you plan on rolling out of the country that you are currently in, you might want to look into doing that before 2027. There are going to be some different laws and different things that are going to come into play. Do you think that they're going to allow you with your student debt to continue to travel? Do you think that they're going to let you leave this country? Haha. It's going to get real interesting. You think you're going to be able to hide too? Oh, that surveillance going to be up. Ooh, that surveillance going to be up. Number 4. Fourth preparation that you need to pay attention to. You need to master your nervous system and your energy. I know a lot of people sit on this app and talk about, oh, you need to regulate your nervous system. Oh, it's your nervous system. Oh, but nobody is telling y'all how to do it at all. I'm the only one that I know for sure that literally teaches women how to regulate their nervous system for real. I actually give them a real process to do it so that they can retrain their nervous system from the up-down instability to the very much so steady. When you are steady in your nervous system, this is how you're able to attract income, attract the type of intimacy you want, because you are in a space to be able to receive it. A lot of you can't sustain the things that you're getting because your nervous system has not been retrained. Nobody is teaching y'all that. They just telling y'all to do it, and y'all just doing all this silly stuff thinking it's gonna work. Let me tell you something. The only way through is in. And if you are not willing to go within, then don't expect without to be changed. Don't expect the output to be different. There's a work. See, a lot of you don't even recognize. Do you even know how your nervous system responds? Do you fawn? Do you freeze? Do you flight? Do you know? Do you know the difference? Do you know how to combat that? Do you know how to shift that? Do you know how to change that? No? Okay then. Keep listening to these folks on here that tell you all this crap about nervous system but ain't telling you the truth. As an acupuncturist and a Reiki therapist, I share these two so necessary. They are. People don't realize and they don't really understand that. I literally turn pain into progress for a living. Because if you knew my life, if you really knew the fullness of who was sitting in front of you, you would be like, how in the hell are you alive? What? I transmute pain into progression for a living. And I teach women how to do the same. So there are no victims in my camp. There are no victims in my camp. Period. Because here's the thing that you don't realize. If you don't transmute energy, it doesn't get destroyed. It sits in your body. And how is your body responding to that? One of the modalities that I have is that I'm an energetic psychology practitioner, which means that I can tell you how your emotions impact all of your organs. Yeah. The hate you have for your baby daddy is ruining your liver. Yep, get into it. The worry that you have about whether or not your bills are going to be paid, or if you're ever going to be married, or yada, 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 ever have kids and ever meet all the standards that society is saying, is literally ruining your spleen. And it's going to position you to have IBS. Get into it. And the fact that you don't know how to manage your emotional responses, which is why you stuff sugar down your throat, and it's processed sugar because it's the only thing that you can control. You try to stuff down your emotions. The next thing you know, you have type 2 diabetes. Get into it. Okay? The inability to control your energy and motion is why you are impulsive with men, impulsive with your meals, and impulsive with your money. Get into it. Okay? So when women come to work with me and they end up making more money, when women come to work with me and they end up attracting better partners, when women come to work with me and they end up getting healthier, it's because we address the root issue. Again, I am an energetics and identity mentor. Yes, my clients have been positioned to be able to make 6 figures. No, I'm not a money coach. Yes, my clients have reversed liver damage and heart damage. And I am not a medical coach or a medical doctor. Yes, I have supported my clients in being able to attract better community as far as relationships and partners, even down to a fiance and elevating their marriage. Listen. All of it is rooted in your energetics. And your energetics is rooted in your spiritual grounding or spiritual rooting. And if you lack that, then of course you overthink. If you lack that, of course your mind is a battlefield. If you lack that, of course you're emotionally reactive and you just can't help the way you feel. That's the biggest lie we tell ourselves. You can very much so help the way you feel. The problem is you don't guard your gates. You don't guard your eye gates. You don't guard your ear gates. You don't close your mouth and you don't close your legs. Let's talk about it. You let any and everything go into your portal. It's not making sense. So again, master your nervous system, because when the world gets louder, your calm becomes currency. The most magnetic woman in 2026, she will be both soft, sharp, sensual, and strategic. I'm telling you what I know. Oh, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. But I'm going to run it for you one more time. Again, you need to, a part of the preparation number 4, master your nervous system and your energy, because when the world gets louder, your calm becomes your currency. The most magnetic woman in 2026 will be the woman who is both soft and sharp, who is sensual and strategic. Because like this queen just said, she will be very much so sought after. Almost like a diamond in the rough, almost like a breath of fresh air, almost like a drop of water in the desert. Y'all don't know how to use what you have. For everybody to grow up in the 90s, and I know this is so sidebar and funny, but for everybody who've grown up in the 90s and watched Players Club and Ronnie told y'all, use what you got to get what you want, y'all took that so wrong, because she had it wrong. She had it wrong. But in you using what you have to get what you desire is your essence. It is your energy that calls things to you, baby. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to perform. You don't have to. Master your nervous system and energy is number 4. That's it. That's it. Because that woman is going to be soft and sharp, strategic and sensual. See, y'all got a big problem with sensuality and spirituality. Y'all got a big problem with a woman having sex appeal, but also being filled in her soul with the one that created her. See, y'all got a real big issue with that. You don't think the two can actually coexist. And you're going to see it happen firsthand. You're going to witness it, though. Okay? Number 5, here's the 5th thing that needs to happen so that you actually prepare for what is coming because of the big spiel that was dropped on yesterday. Okay, so number 5 is you need to root your work in something bigger. All that I'm working to make money, it ain't gonna work no more. It ain't even working now when you think about it, because hell, a lot of y'all so lazy, you don't even want to go get the money. You too tired to go get the money. And that's because your idea in chasing is money, which is why when people finally hit that 6-figure mark, right? They're like, oh my God, I hit 6 figures. Then they realize, oh my God, this is really not a big deal. Oh my God, this is really not a lot of money. Oh my God, I was really like stressing myself out to get this. It has to be bigger. Like she said, it has to be mission minded. Most importantly, it has to have a vision. It has to have a vision. I have a course that goes into nervous system work. If you want depth on that, then I would tell you to grab the Magnetic Wealth Blueprint that teaches women specifically about love in their nervous system, money in their nervous system, and how to create passive income streams using your intelligence. So if anything, that's where everything is very much so like broken down on. You can get everything there. So if you have issues around attachment styles and all of that type of stuff, you need to get the Magnetic Wealth Blueprint, because it's going to support you. Okay. So when it comes down to rooting your work in something bigger, okay, without a vision, the people will perish is what the Most High tells you in Scripture. It also tells you to write the vision down and make it plain. The reason why without a vision, the people will perish is you'll be lost. You'll be running in circles. There is no ending. There is no finality. There is nothing that you are actually seeking. So you're going to consistently be running in circles. So if you're running in circle, that means there's no possible way that you're doing the daily work to get somewhere. So there is no mission involved. Certain things that you participate in, I don't think y'all realize is mission work. Y'all know marriage is mission work? But on ting. Did y'all know marriage was mission work? Oh, nobody understood that? Yeah. Without a vision for the marriage is going to perish. In order for you to have the vision, okay, if you have the vision, you have it written down every single day, you are working together towards that mission. You are working towards that mission. See, y'all get so... This will be pissing me off. And I used to do this too. And I had to check myself even when I was married. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna get mad at the men. Stop. Y'all will romanticize and put men on this pedestal as if they're supposed to be this and that and this and this and that. And you've never even seen this and that happen in your life. But you have them on this pedestal when in reality you need to humanize them and understand who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with. So you're going to get mad at the man. He's going to piss you off. He's going to frustrate you. He's going to do all these things. But you're married to the mission. Ding, 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 ding. So it's not all about the man. It's not all about the man was supposed to be doing this and doing that. And you're married to the mission. That's what a lot of y'all be missing. There is no vision. And because without a vision, the marriage perishes because you're not working towards anything. You're not working towards anything. A lot of you think that everything is going to be the end all be all once you get married and you make marriage a goal, which is why I tell women who have literally gotten husbands and gotten fiancés from working with me, take the goal of marriage off the table, because when you achieve a goal, you stop working on it. See, y'all not thinking. Marriage is not supposed to be, it's a journey. It's not a destination, sweetheart. Y'all are making it a destination. And then when you get there, realize, dang, this place ain't even all that. They don't even play music here. See, it's like going on a vacation. See, y'all be missing it. It's like going on a vacation and being disappointed that the vacation ain't what you thought it was and what you were idealizing it to be. That's what happens with a lot of women when it comes down to marriage, because you don't understand that marriage is mission work. And a lot of y'all you ain't even on mission and on target in your own life. So how you going to get together and go do mission work with a group or in a team? It's not making no sense. It's not making absolutely no sense. Okay? She said, so true. I had this conviction last week. It's mission work. It's mission work. Even when it comes down, if you are a CEO of a business, you have a business, that's mission work. You understand it, right? Because you have an overall vision of where you want to take your client to. You have an overall vision of what you want for your business. You have an overall vision that what you want for your life and how your business is going to support that life. So y'all don't realize that things are mission work, and then you get into it and realize that it's actually work. And then you don't know what to do. You're looking crazy. You need to make it make sense. You've got to root your work in something bigger. So if you are operating in business just to make money, that's going to crumble. Women who build on trends will crumble. Hear me what I'm telling you. Women who build on trends will literally crumble, y'all. But women who build on divine law, women who build on purpose, women who build on legacy, those women are going to rise. Those women are going to continue to rise. Because no matter what happens, people can't figure out how they keep doing what they're doing, because they're moving in divine order, because they are in alignment. See, you looking at her life like, oh my gosh, she's so blessed. She's so blessed. Blessed by definition, according to the concordance, means to be happy. Of course she's happy. She's in alignment. Bingo. Life is a whole lot better when you do things that are in line with your identity and who you are versus you trying to do other stuff that don't work with it. You stress yourself out. You exhaust yourself to oblivion. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, these comments. You need to root your work in something bigger. If you are not creating impact with your business and how you're creating income, sweetheart, you in trouble. You in trouble in where we going, because people are not going to be spending money on little stupid frivolous things. People want their life changed. People want their situation to be better. People want to elevate, and if you're not offering that type of impact, hang it up. Hang it up. You're going to have to root your work in something bigger, because I'm telling you, the new influencers, and hear me what I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you something. The new influencers are going to be the ones who are very spiritually attuned, even on the dark side of it. But people who are spiritually attuned, people who are really building their work to create impact and truly using their influence to create impact, those are going to be the new influencers. Celebrity culture is going to die out. It's already dying out. It's already dying out. Social media has made it to where we feel so close, and we have parasocial relationships with people that we don't even know. This is why y'all get so caught up when stuff happens with people like Diddy. Stuff happens with the Halle girl. The reason why you get, because you really think you know these people. You really feel like you have these social relationships with them, and you don't know them. And yet you spend your time creating think pieces about what's going on with them, and you don't know them. You don't know these people. You don't even know yourself. That's the crazy part. To be heavily invested in people that you don't know and not know yourself is crazy. It's insane. It makes absolutely no sense. Root your work in something bigger. Women who build on trends are going to crumble. Women who build according to divine law, purpose, and legacy, they're going to rise up. Choose your players, sweetheart. Now. Because this ain't no, I'm going to get myself together in December. Get yourself together now. December going to knock your head off your neck. Because you're not doing what you need to do now. Okay? Number 6. This is the 6th thing that's extremely important that you're going to need to do to prepare because of what all has happened. I've been telling y'all, I don't know who's been on here for a while. I've been telling y'all since January, the word of the year is community. I have told you. And before I break down this 6th thing, let me say this real quick, because I need y'all to be clear. And let me talk to the young ones. Okay? Let me talk to the women in their 20s. Even if you in your 30s. If you happen to be in your 40s, okay. But early 30s, 20s. Let me tell you something when we're talking about community, since we're on community. If you are seeking to be married, she said, yes, I've been telling y'all. If you are seeking to be married, if you are seeking to go into the space of motherhood, let me tell you this thing right here, and don't you ever forget it. Do not marry. Do not have children if you do not have money for real, or you don't have strong community. It is best for you to have both. It is best for you to have both. It is best for you to have both. If you are going to put your body through the process of motherhood, where your body is not going to be the same for 2 years after that, up even more. When I talk to mothers and coach mothers all the time, they tell me their brains are not even different after giving birth. Let me tell you something. And I also hear the complaints of the lack of community. People said that they were going to be there, but they weren't there. The lack of resources and money and the stress that they are under that is making them sick while they still have to maintain a household. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. Do not. I don't care. You can't take love. One of my mentors is a man, and I adore him. And I remember him saying, you can't take love down to SunTrust and pay your mortgage, baby. Do not, and I mean do not, participate in marriage or motherhood if you do not have money. And I'm talking about money that's going to last for care. See, don't talk, I make 6 figures, I could do that. If you ain't got enough money to cover you for the next 3 years, if y'all collectively, the money ain't good to where you can literally get yourself back together for the next 2 years while you healing, doing all this, if the community ain't hitting to the point to where when he leaves, because he got to go do his thing, that you got a community of women, that's a village that is helping you support those children. Let me tell you something. Do not Do not do it. Do you hear me? Do not. Because you are setting yourself up for failure. You are setting yourself up for sickness. You are setting yourself up for a life that you may not truly desire. Stop playing. Stop playing. This is why you need to have a vision for your life. See, if you got a vision for your life, nobody can come in your life and say, I want to have 5 kids, and you already decided that you only having 2. See, oh, I could just go ahead and give him 5. And then what? What if something happens to him? What if he See, y'all be so worried about him leaving. What if he leave the earth? And here you are with a hot 5 and no money and no community. The worst thing that can happen is not someone leaving you. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Little Miss Abandonment Issues. Because I'm telling you something because I used to be you with the abandonment issues. The hardest part of this life is not somebody exiting your life because they're leaving. Life is a cycle. That is what's going to happen. You need to be more concerned about if this is the last time you're going to see this person. And if that's the case, because we wake up every single day, 24 hours, knowing that people leave here every single day. If that man left today, do you have community and do you have money? If not, you better go on. You better go on. I'm telling you from what is coming. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. And stop looking at men to be responsible and say, well, I'm not going to do this, or I could pull out and I can do that. Let me tell you something. Pregnancy is very much so preventable. Don't piss me off. For real, though. For real, though. Y'all be acting like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know how this happened. You're not in tune with your cycle. You don't know when you ovulate. See, don't, all that, say that for the little girls. See, now, like I said, I'm talking to the 20-somethings. Don't let nobody that's older than you tell you, girl, you need to hurry up and get mad. Girl, you need to hurry up and set it down. Girl, you need to do what's in alignment with you. You better make sure that's in alignment with you before you hurt yourself, before you mess your life up. If you ain't got community and you ain't got money, baby. Every issue that I hear around women and that are married who are not satisfied or not fulfilled in what they have is going on. All of the issues that I hear surround around money and lack of community. Get into it. Get into it. You better know something. Because I am telling you, don't do that to yourself. Bringing me to number 6. Build and be in sovereign community. You hear what I said? Be and build in sovereign community is number 6. Isolation is the easiest target. If you isolate yourself in this season and you don't have community, it is easy for you to become a target because you don't have anybody. And if you don't believe me, this is exactly how predatory men prey in on you, because he know you ain't got no daddy. See, he know that there is no community of men around you that's going to stomp him into the ground if he ever decided to play with you. See, he knows that there's no one around you. When they don't see men or they don't see protection around you, that's why they play with you. See, when they know you got a daddy and you got brothers and you got this who don't mind going down behind you, they're a little bit easier. They're a little bit slower to play with you. So don't isolate yourself out here to where you are by yourself. You need to be in sovereign community. This is not the time for that. Every community ain't safe too. Let me say that too. It's a lot of cults forming. It's a lot of cults that's out here. So you need to be very careful and discerning about the communities that you join. I'm trying to tell you something. If you are trying to figure out what community you need to join, let me go ahead and tell you, you need a circle that, and notice I ain't say a square. You need a circle that sharpens you. See, that don't mean that they always going to be nice and it's always going to be, ha ha. No, they ain't scared to tell you about you. See, I keep people around me that ain't scared to tell me about me. Because I ain't scared to tell you about you. So I need you to be on telling me about me. Period. Point blank. You need people who are going to sharpen you. People who are going to protect you. People who are going to help you build power that nobody can strip from you. Do you hear what I'm telling you? I just saw a video on how to give the illusion of protection, baby, because they sure will give it. And women saw a video on how to give the illusion of protection, baby, because they sure will give it. And women, let me that you said that so many women fall victim to the illusion of protection and provision. Literally. They fall victim to the illusion on the dark side of it, right? They see a man who appears to be powerful, who appears to be like he's protecting and providing for his woman, and you think that you're going to go into that space and get him and get those things. Another element of the illusion of power, protection, and provision. But then when you get over there, you realize that really the power, the protection, and the provision was actually coming from his wife. See, this is why y'all need to be minding y'all business. Again, what you see somebody else do for somebody else does not necessarily mean that that's what it is. That don't mean that. You don't know what's going on. A lot of y'all be thinking y'all attracted to the illusion of power and provision that you see in these men, when in truthfully you want the woman. See, let's get into it. The attraction that you have is actually energetically for her. That's why when you try to brag on sleeping with somebody else's man, sweetheart, you really want her. Get into it. Get into it. Nobody wants to tell their truth, but very much so. Like I said, number 6, build and be in sovereign community. Isolation makes you the easiest target. Not every community is safe. You need a circle that is going to sharpen you, protect you, and help you build power that nobody can strip from you. Okay? Again, these 6 things. I'm going to run it one more time. These 6 preparations before I get this last part. These 6 preparations that you need to take right now, considering the fact that what is happening with this big spill, I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something. I'm going to tell my community more in depth. Okay? So if you want to be in on that, come into the Sacred Feminine League. I got 5 more spots available. But number 1, this is what preparation is going to look like. Number 1, you need to consolidate and clean up all your income streams. Okay? No more scatter hustling. All this doing 50 million things, stop. Get clear on the gift. Get clear on the income skill and go full-fledged in that and go get the money. Okay? You don't have the time, the energy, or the attention to do all of that. I have a community called the Sacred Feminine League. I'll go into that in just a moment. The second thing that has to happen as far as preparation is concerned is you need to build emotional immunity. Stop leaking power, trying to be liked, trying to be chosen, trying to be validated. Those women are going to be the easiest to manipulate in the coming years. Not even kidding. These are the women that's going to take any and everything. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Number 3. Create influence outside of these fragile systems. You don't own social media. If you don't own the platform owns you, baby. And if they own you, they can delete you. Don't get on my nerves. Pay attention to what's going on. Create influence outside of these fragile systems. If your voice only lives on social media, it is not your voice. You need to be outside. So all this, I'm outside. You need to be outside building relationships. You need to be outside talking about what you got going on, getting people on your email list. You need to be outside in private spaces that your voices are protected in. Point blank, period. Number 4, you need to master your nervous system and your energy. The world is going to get louder. Your calm is going to be the currency, because everybody, y'all listen, these folks going to be panicking. They're going to be crying out. For real. They're going to be, I told y'all, they're going to be crying out. And what you have to realize about yourself is that your calm is going to be the currency. While everyone is crying out and doing this, how are you able to be calm? That woman is going to be the most magnetic woman because she's soft and sharp. She's sensual and she's strategic. And it's not a lot of women who move like that anymore. Which is why a lot of women don't have sex appeal anymore. Y'all just have a lot of smecks. To have all this smecks going on and for it to be so open and so empowering, which is fake as hell that y'all be saying that, but for it to be so empowering and all of that, still no sex appeal. I remember the era where women really had that and it made a difference. See, y'all not really understanding it, and math ain't mathing. So again, the most magnetic woman is going to be soft and sharp. She's going to be sensual and she's going to be strategic. Number 5, you need to root whatever work you're doing. Whatever work you're doing. If you chasing a bag, your business finna be shut down in a little bit. Because there's no way you can outperform a robot. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't even want to play no games with you on that. I'm just telling you, okay? You need to root your work in something bigger than yourself. It has to be bigger than, I want to take care of my family. Your parents. Your parents gonna die. That's if they don't go before you, if you don't go before them. Stop trying to make, I'm doing this for my kids. You don't, Lord forbid something happen to your child. It has to be bigger than you. The work that I do is going to outlive me. The frameworks that I've created and things are going to they're going to outlive me. So it's so important and so vital that you root your work in something bigger outside of the small things of what you want to buy and what you want to have. When you get it, you're going to be like, then what? Then that's when you start messing up. Thank you, Kelsey. That's when you start messing up. Because it's like once you hit the goal and it's like there's nothing else to work for. So boom. That's what a lot of y'all do in marriages. Seriously. You will go and get married and be like, I got my husband, and let yourself completely go. Let yourself completely go in the name of being married and being a mother. Don't piss me off with that. There's nowhere in scripture that told you to sacrifice yourself once you get into those roles. Where y'all get that from? Who told y'all that? See, y'all need to know the difference between tradition and text. That's why you ain't got no power. You're tapped into tradition and not tapped into text, which is why you can't access the true power of the Most High when it literally is within you. That's crazy, ain't it? To be so close to power and still not be able to access it is insane. It's insane. Because once you get a taste of that power, you won't be seeking out power in men, expecting them to do XYZ, XYZ. You can actually humanize them, and you can understand yourself and discern properly if you need to be aligned with this particular man or not. Or not. But no, we can't do that because we're not really paying attention. You need to root your work in something bigger. Women who build on trends are going to crumble. Women who build on divine law, purpose, and legacy, they are going to rise. Yep, embodiment wasn't taught. It is now, exactly. Which is what I teach in the Muse Activated, embodiment. You learn to walk it how you talk it. You learn your frequency is everything. You learn how to be in a space to where you're able to manage your energy and magnetize things to you. That's what we do in that 6-week program. I got about 7 women in there right now. Absolutely amazing. Heavy hitters too. I love it. Okay? Number 6. You need to build and be in sovereign community. Isolation is the easiest target. It's going to make you the easiest target, okay? So, but not every community is going to be safe. You need a circle that sharpens you, that protects you, that helps you build power that nobody can strip from you, which is why I created the Sacred Feminine League. The Sacred Feminine League is not a program, it's not a vibe. It's a place where high caliber women stop performing power and they start becoming power that can't be stripped. See, one thing about when you come to work with me, I help you unshackle yourself. Because a lot of you are slaves to your mind, slaves to your emotions, slaves to your vices, and I help you unshackle yourself. And the key thing is once I help you unshackle yourself, you realize that you have always had the key. So once you unshackle yourself and free yourself, then guess what? Nobody else can make you a slave. That is really how you come out of the matrix. Coming out of the matrix means that you have to leave the monstrosity of the mansion of mess from your mind and travel down to the kingdom within. And see, that's a journey. That's a process. Okay? This is where women come into the Sacred Feminine League. They come to build emotional clarity so they can't be manipulated. Ha. Because nobody can play without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply aren't paying attention. And I expose all of those key areas in your life so you do not repeat the pattern. Because guess what? Your perception, your perspective, and your patterns make up your relationship with yourself. And that relationship you have with yourself is the relationship you have with money, the relationship you have with your meals, the relationship you have with men. All of these things are very much so connected, which is why women make more money, get healthier, and attract better partners when they come work with me, because we close those gaps. We close those doors. Okay? This is also in this community where we create wealth structures that last. We sharpen influence that can't be muted. We literally stand together because isolation is no longer safe. And if that is you, then click the link in the bio and get access. It is $197 a month. What is going to happen in that $197 a month right now? The fun part, like my clients got a gift yesterday where I have this thing where I go and use and get massages and all this stuff, and so I gift it to them. They're in community right now. They've been talking. They have been introducing themselves. It has been very supportive thus far. Currently, we have about 5 women themselves. It has been very supportive thus far. Currently, we have about 5 women. I only 5 women. I only want 10 women in that space because I also have 7 women that I'm managing in the Muse Activator, plus my private clients and everything else. So I only have 5 more spots for that. If you want a spot, you can cancel it at any time. It is $197 a month. How it works is like this. You're going to get bi-weekly video drops. The first video drop is happening for the Sacred Feminine League tomorrow morning at 9:45 a.m. It's already set up. It's going to drop for them in Telegram. When you come into the program, you immediately get access to the Telegram, as well as you get access to the pre-work that comes in. We're going to meet twice a month. You're going to get video votes twice a month, and we're going to be talking weekly. Okay? Because there are things that are coming, and the things that I can't say on here, I'm telling them. And I'm telling the Muse Activator. Because there are things that you need to be doing to prepare. So just how I gave you this information right here, I'm going to go right in the chat and give them the more in depth of what they need as far as how they can start taking strategic steps at this moment. So if you want to be in community like that, come on in. It's $197 a month. Like I said, you are going to get, we're going to go live twice. So twice a month, you're going to see me face to face, private community. Then every week, other week, you're going to get video vault drops that are going to support you. And then as well, we're going to constantly have the Telegram communication that happens all throughout the time frame that you're involved. So if you want more information on that, you can click the link in the bio to read more on that and to sign up. Like I said, you can cancel at any time. There's no obligation like, oh, it is. No, you cancel whenever you want to cancel. But this is for women who really want to come in, who are serious. The women who come into community to work with me normally are women who have a lot of resources, have a lot of connections, have these things to be able to support one another. So if you are seeking community, and if you are seeking resources, and if you are seeking to leave the country and different things like that, you might want to come on in, because you get access to what I have access to, and I have access to quite a bit. So drop your questions in the comments for me. That's all I have for y'all today. But I hope y'all take it extremely serious, because 2026 is not waiting for you to feel ready, sweetheart. It's time to build now or beg later. And I ain't missing no words about what's that. You build now or beg later, baby. And I don't mentor women who plan to beg, so don't even come over here. It's going on YouTube, boo. It's going on YouTube. It ain't this. I don't know if it's going to stay on YouTube, though, because I done said even sometimes a little bit too much up in here. If you are not prepared for the 197 and you don't want community, but you need to magnetize, you're welcome. All praise to the Most High. You need to magnetize wealth, then you need to click the link in the bio and get the magnetic wealth blueprint. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. It is $200. It'll change your life. At least you can stabilize your nervous system. Even if you're not going to get in community, better get that course and stabilize your nervous system. Especially if you plan on staying in the States for the next year. Wow. I hope you got a plan. Because I'm finna have this conversation with my folks. Y'all got, you got 6 months to activate a plan, and that you're prepared to implement within 6 months. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even kidding around. What is the name? The name of the community is, or the name of the community is Sacred Feminine League. The name of the course that will help you stabilize your nervous system and help you to bring in more income and create passive streams of income using your intelligence is going to be the Magnetic Wealth Blueprint. In that course, you're going to get several, in that bundle, you're going to get several courses. 2 courses specifically focus on passive income streams. It literally helps you pull out your own gifts so you can figure out how you're going to make money. Because if you don't use your gifts to make money, you think you're going to work hard to make money, y'all finna get played into poverty. Go back and watch my video when I was crying in February, talking about how what I saw in February 2023. Go back and watch that video. It literally was shown to me that the little that you have, because you don't invest it wisely and you don't do what you need to do with it, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose the little that you have, and it's gonna be a lot of hurt people. I'm not even kidding. And I already told y'all about the jobs, and as soon as I told y'all about the jobs, immediately a month after, this stuff started happening. Cuts. I'm not telling you something that's not real. They are going to crack down on surveillance. They're going to be testing out crowd control next year. I wish I could say more than what I can say, but I can't. And this infrastructure is going to be, ooh. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. So I don't get banned. I'm trying to tell y'all. Jesus. Ooh. That's all I got. What questions do you have for me? Drop those questions in the comments. If I feel like those questions are going to get me banned, child, I'm going to tell you, I'm not answering it. If you're in my community, I'm going to answer it in one of the communities. But, yeah. Either get the Magnetic Wealth Blueprint. It's $200. You can get it with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. It's very powerful. It'll set you straight and at least start getting you on the path to getting to the money if you ain't to that. If you are ready for community, the Sacred Feminine League. Technically, I got one spot left for the Muse Activator. The Muse Activator is technically $1,500, but the round that came in this go round was $997. So if you wanted it, you can get in for $997, but you would have to come in today because I'm not having anybody else come in after this week, because I'm going to be assigning accountability partners next week in that community. It's a very powerful community with women who, one of the women that's in that group right now is in Costa Rica right now scoping out some stuff for me. She's in Costa Rica. She was scoping out some stuff for me too. She's on looking at some things and getting some stuff situated. Let me tell you something. The women that come to work with me, they on the move. They got plans. They getting houses in other areas in Airbnb. They got plans. All you got, it is not as expensive as a lot of people think. You just need to be in the right community with the right people. I'm telling you, you might be shocked. But I don't see any additional questions. Hey Jessica, I'm about to get off here. I don't see any additional questions. I'm about to get off here so I can do a quick workout before I eat whatever it is I'm gonna eat. But yeah, for those who have come into the community, hey Lovey, for those who have come into the community, be looking for me to come in and say something to you in a bit. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else. But self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship, and you set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself. So you should treat yourself exceptionally well because you deserve that. But if you don't believe you deserve that, then I'm not going to argue with your perception of self. But I'm hoping that you believe that. Go ahead and ask your question, my love. I'll answer it. What's your question? What's your question? And we have our first live session in the Sacred Feminine League on the 9th, which is coming up this Wednesday. So I will see y'all in person on the 9th. We've been talking vocally, which has been really fun in the Sacred Feminine League, but we're actually going to have our first meeting then. So you can come on in for the first meeting. Hold on. You said women don't want the man, they want his woman. Can you elaborate? That wasn't so much my topic, but I will explain it. So a lot of women who intentionally go after other women's husbands. And the reason why I say husbands is because I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, boyfriends, committed relationships. I don't honor boyfriends. I don't participate in the boyfriend experience. I personally think it's a scam. But that's a whole nother conversation, right? So when I'm speaking about a woman who intentionally goes after another woman's husband specifically, under the guise that she is paying attention to how she believes that he is taking care of her, providing for her, under the guise that she is seeing or believing that he is providing for her and that he is protecting her and he's doing all of these great things, right? She goes over there with the intention thinking that she's going to get exactly what it is that he is offering supposedly to this wife, okay? But here's the thing. What a lot of women fail to realize is that men, most of the time when they get married, their wealth multiplies. And it's because of the woman that they're with. Their essence and everything about them amplifies because of the woman that they're with, okay? And so because of that, it's her energy that actually, in her essence, that has positioned him in that space. But the woman swears up and down that this man is just doing this and doing that, and that he will turn around and do the same for her. Voila, magic. You realize that he don't have none of this stuff. This is really not him. This is actually the woman. So really and truly, the energy that drew you in, that you were so attracted to, that you were so allured by, that you think is so powerful, is coming from the woman that he is with. Good evening and good night. That's what I mean. So a lot of women miss that because they have this illusion of what someone else is providing somewhere else, when again, you don't have the bandwidth and you don't have the full vantage point to really know what's happening in that scenario and in that situation, which is why a lot of women end up getting hurt and getting played. Because even if that is something that is being done over there, does not guarantee that this person is going to do it for you. Again, you want her. You either want her energy because you believe that it's what's creating the illusion of power or whatever the case may be, or you want her energy because you want him to do what he's doing for her, for you. Either way it goes, you still want her. That's what women miss. That's why it's always funny to me when I hear women try to crack jokes like, I'll go and sleep with your man. Who you hurting, baby? Who you hurting? Who are you hurting, actually? Because not me, yourself. So thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. And like I said, I have a very different perspective on a lot of stuff. A lot of people would be like, even when it comes down to cheating, thank you, my love, for these gifts. Even when it comes down to cheating, a man can't cheat on me. I don't care. One, and I'm going to say this is going to sound weird, but number one, I believe that you can only cheat in a marriage. That's a whole nother conversation because I told you I don't do the boyfriend thing. The second thing is, even in a scenario in marriage, I don't feel like you can cheat on me. What you do is you cheat yourself out of this experience. Women have made it their business to take personal, or to take like so personal when a man cheats or does XYZ. Oh my God, what is it about me? What did I do? So personal when a man cheats or does XYZ. Oh my God, what is it about me? What did I do? What happened? All this extra stuff, like you start taking it personal. Like, what happened? What did I do wrong? Why was I not good enough? Yada, yada, yada. This has nothing to do with you. So why are you A, embarrassed? 2, this person cheated themselves out of an experience with you. 3, you get to decide what happens now. Baby, you can never play me. Girl, you not embarrassed? I hate to be embarrassed. Embarrassed for what? I didn't do nothing. What I need to be embarrassed about? I didn't do anything. You cheated yourself out of experiencing me. I'm a quality experience. I'm a valuable experience. Sweetheart, you didn't cheat on me. You can't. You can only cheat yourself out of the experience of having me in your space. And that's what's going to happen. The problem is, and this is why women would turn around and stay in experiences where they're cheat, because you have the whole mindset cheating on. So now you got to feel like you got to make him pay because he cheating on you. Baby, he cheated himself out of the experience of you. But the problem is, you don't think you an experience. You haven't elevated your value and amplified your value enough to yourself to realize that you are a first class experience and that everybody can't ride first class. And because you have not realized that, that's why you feel cheated on. Hello? That's why you feel cheated on. Sweetheart, you can never cheat on me. You can cheat yourself out of this experience, and good evening, good night, and guess what? Somebody else gonna experience it, and they'll appreciate it too. Because I only stay where I'm loved. I'm where the love at, baby. I'm where the love and the honor and the respect at. Otherwise, count me out. So, but yeah, a lot of people have their mindset of like, oh, cheating and embarrassment. Girl, I'm telling y'all right now, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these. I'm telling y'all right now, should I get married again and something come out and the man is cheating, don't come over here saying nothing to me, talking about something. Oh my God, he cheated on you. Girl, he cheated himself out of this experience. Do you see me? Do you know me? Do you feel me? You think it's really going to be hard for me to find somebody? Girl, come on now. Come on now. Y'all love to go feel sorry for people. Come on now. For what? For what? Baby, I give you the gift of goodbye. I'm not scared. See, I used to have abandonment issues. Clock that T. That's over with. I used to be anxiously attached. That's over with. Been over with. I'm extremely secure with who I am. And because of that, you cheated yourself out of this experience. And I'm not even mad. I'm not going to tear your stuff up. I'm not going to act crazy. I'm not going to cuss you out. You know what you did, baby. You know it's all there. And you know you ain't going to never find another one. Good evening and good night. You'll find another one to perform, but you won't find another one like me. So, it is the delusion. Girl, delusion too heavy, okay? Delusion too heavy. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. Yes, come on into the group, girl. I got 5 more spots. I don't know. I'm about to check and see. I think somebody may have bought a spot when I was looking up there, but I can't really tell. Child, who is riding something through here? You know, it's folks celebrating today, baby, and popping these firecrackers and getting on my everlasting nerves. But anywho, but yeah, I don't see any additional questions. This is going up on YouTube. Click the link in the bio to get access to any of my products and services. All of my products and services, my courses, with the exception of my membership, you can get with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Because if you can Klarna, Afterpay, you some clothes to put on yourself when you ain't getting yourself internally together, baby, you can Klarna and Afterpay to get yourself together internally. Okay? Because that's what's going to matter. So I done gave y'all these 6 things to prepare. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Don't come back here next year saying why you ain't say nothing. Don't come back in 3 months saying, oh my God. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you right now. Okay? All right, y'all. Y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Peace. Peace. And please take care of yourselves today. And every single day. And please sharpen your discernment. Jesus. All right? See you later, my love. Talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.